to talk about this. They need my social medias to look crazy. And I refrain because I try to be like, I don't care, but this is my life, and there are thousands of people in Los Angeles impeding on my freedom. And if I'm guilty of a crime, I believe I should get it's like a presumption of innocence until I'm proven guilty. So I'm not guilty of a crime. This is just sick people who want to hurt people. And it's been going on since I was a little kid. I don't know if they knew how organized it was back then, but I'm fairly certain it's very organized right now. Um, I come on here to say things because two times tonight I wanted to get out of my vehicle, and I have to be hyper aware of my surroundings because of the socially engineered setups that they have. So, what I mean, I want to start with last night, for example. I wanted to leave my apartment to go get half and half and then replace two lights. That one of the lights is being controlled either by Alexa or by the stalkers. I can't blame them for everything, you know? There are some things that do make sense. I am aware of technology and how it's used. So I know that Alexa, whether I actually actively go in and control things or not, Alexa decides to do things in my apartment. I have a smart apartment. So, um, with that being said, this last week, the less that I respond or react to their overstimulus, the more aggressive they get because they need me to be marketing for white supremacy. So all of these videos that I post, it's marketing to let people know why you don't speak out against white supremacy, and I don't give a fuck. So that should make sense as to why this continues. It's not me being schizophrenic. Look at the logos that I was talking about, and then you can understand exactly why this is what it is. So let's say, what time did I start? I went and ran an errand. I got back home maybe around 10. I don't even think it was 10 o'clock yet. I had decided I was going to like finish my snacks. I have my little autistic bag of snacks that prevents a crash out. It prevents eating out. It prevents eating food with ingredients that I don't approve of putting in my body. Ooh, my snack is like tangerines. I didn't bring my banana. I think I ate the seaweed maybe on the way down there. Anyways, 10 p.m., I'm sitting in my car, whatever. That's like voluntary. I didn't want to get out right away. As I'm sitting here, I notice it's quite a few people. It's kind of normal. It's a Friday night. People are out. Like, I'm not thinking that everything does not revolve around me. The world definitely does not revolve around me. It's pretty normal traffic, I guess you could say, for a Friday night, but still pretty much around the area for the most part. Traffic comes down around 9 p.m., 10 p.m. And then after that, it's just like late night club traffic. So here we are now, it's 1:18 a.m. If anything, there may be another rise in the rate of traffic around 2 a.m. I'm hoping I can get out of my car before then, but I'm not sure that I can because uh I don't know how long it was. It was more than 15 minutes. One of these cars sat next to me with their hazard lights on. And I know it's pretty typical to look for parking spaces and do that, but I've lived here 11 years and that's more common in Koreatown. That's like a Koreatown thing. That's what they do in Koreatown. Where I live, it's not too hard to find a spot where you can park your car so you can go in and go to sleep. So there was the first person who did that. I wrote in my journals about it, date time stamped. I have like three different journals I wrote it in. One is a journal that kind of summarizes what the major stock of the day is. It's a dated moleskin journal from 2025 that I had at my last job. Um, my other journal, I have a roll bond journal that I started, I want to say 2 weeks ago, and I'm getting close to page 50. I'm on page like 47 or something. So it's like about one third of the way through this one. It's a $25 notebook, you know? But, definitely worth writing about you guys in it. The paper feels so nice, I can't even tell you. So there's that, and then as I finished writing in them, I noticed a new car had pulled up. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, am I ever going to be able to get out?" They want to make contact with me 24/7. So I decided I don't want to make contact with them, right? So this is now involuntarily. I'm sitting in my car because I don't want to make contact with predators. These people are the same people that are molesting kids. You know, the people that crime ring that just got busted for being baby touchers, or photo sharers or whatever you want to call them. They think they're like Life Touch photo studios with a bunch of little kids' nasty photos. It's the same people doing it. It's the same kind of energy. It's the same MO. So it's a mental sickness when these people can't get what they want. They will sit there until they get it. There's people who are and it's supposedly it's like a game. Some people think it's a game. It's an AI game, but it's not a game. The people who really know what it is, they know that it's white supremacy. But there's other people out there who think it's a game that they just use to make money by forcing someone to look at them, right? Or they get paid in 15-minute blocks of harassment they call attacks or rapes. So there was a second rape or attack on me last night, and I posted that video on my YouTube of that car. Um, Maybe it has nothing to do with it. It's also very possible it's just a person going in and out of one of these buildings. But based on the duration of the stay, it was almost exactly 15 minutes. It reminds me very much of the marketing that the white supremacists want me to do for them. So, should you find yourself being attacked in 15-minute increments, it probably has something to do with something similar to the SPLC's informant program. There's people in my building that think they're going to get paid $1 million if they can make me move out. That's my explanation of my whole entire YouTube page for the last 4 years. Um, Please tell me, what do you think? Is it connected? I would love to connect it. Right now, I can tell you what else is going on and reasons why people would need for me to present as if I have a mental illness. There's an employer that I worked for that has been named, and I'll talk about this again and again because one of the V2K repeats that I constantly hear is talk about this very particular employer, which is weird because I've had other employers that I feel like have done me worse. But for whatever reason, they want me to talk about this specific employer. Maybe because this employer has been named in a RICO complaint. So I don't care to bring up the name of this employer because I'm very thankful that I was able to part ways with them before anything happened to me as far as their RICO complaint. But I have a feeling that if they do enough digging and enough searching in the files of these people or some of Epstein's people, you're going to find out what this program is, and that I am very much involved in it. It has everything to do with um, genetics, eugenics, education. It has everything to do with all of those things. Prostitution, pedophilia. It has everything to do with all of those things. So when I mentioned to you, I've now had to sit in my car. I got home and I could have, like a normal person, just gotten out at 10 p.m. and gone straight into my house. But what I would have been faced with is the same five tenants that want me to see them every time I come home. They think they're going to make me crash out. These people are drug addicts, they're informants, they're criminals. And if they're not, that's how they're presenting. They're not going to make me crash out. I have a great job. There's no reason for me to. So I don't know exactly what it like one of the things I think is funny is this one girl who gets very angry when she sees me. It seems like me bringing in my groceries pisses her off. I've never seen any of them go grocery shopping. Like they don't eat food. So I don't know if they just don't eat food at the apartment, if they just get it in little bundles or what. But something that I found kind of odd is like I don't really lately I've been hearing them use their kitchen more because it sounds like they're stomping cockroaches upstairs from me. But I very seldom used to hear my upstairs neighbors use the kitchen or take a shower. And now that I work from home, it's a lot easier to tell that they don't do those things. So I don't really know what else to tell you, why you guys think that constantly forcing yourself on me is going to make me crash out. It's very uncomfortable. You look so predatory. You should probably be on some kind of predator's list. And the more you keep doing it, the more sane I get, the more I'm going to keep making these videos. You're not going to intimidate me into silence. I actually walked around the other night with a carpool karaoke microphone because you're not going to force me to be silent. Um, I do have to pay attention and be careful what I say, but at the same time, I don't really care. If you guys want me to go to jail, I'll be happy in an orange suit. There's nothing that you can do that's going to take away all of my happiness. You might be able to briefly take away my happiness, but in the end, overall, when you don't do fuck shit, it's very easy to be happy. So, uh, I'm gonna get out of my car eventually. I do have my GoPro with me, but I want to make sure that uh, I'm recording everything now, and it's like a waste of time, but with these people in the news and the things that are going on, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it because if I don't, then you guys get away with murder. So I don't mind recording and having tons and tons of footage of just like strange activity. Like people sitting behind my car for 15 minutes with their hazards on both sides of the street. It wasn't just behind my car. First, they sat next to me to make sure I saw them. My windows are very dark, it's hard to see stuff outside, so they sat there for a minute making sure I saw them. Um, if you talk to professionals, there's a lady who has a book about this. If you talk to professionals, they can explain to you much better what this does to your psychology, like your mental state. This is mental health. This is mental health month, which is why I'm gonna just laugh at you. You can try and try and try as hard as you might. May the force be with you. Uh, I really don't know what to tell you. You can make anyone present as anything if you annoy them enough. And that's that. And then what else I want to add to this is um if you ever encounter me and I'm like overly obnoxious or just ranting, like manic ranting, it's because I've encountered one of their energies. I have to call it out. And I speak up about abuse. It's not the stuff that I talk about is not for nothing. There's very much a reason. Our world is headed into a dark period. The reason that I'm still here is because God said I have a job to do. Um, and another thing, overall, so like you see all this stuff. I want you to see all the stuff that's going on in politics and all the people that are stepping down from their positions as locally, you notice there's crime rings that are getting busted, fraud rings that are getting busted. These things are connected. These people control things so that crime can be controlled. So they start stepping down or dying of cancer when it's their time to be discovered. And it's only a matter of time before it's a whole new administration. Um, all of this stuff, it's going to continue to repeat itself if people like me don't call it out. So that's why I'm experiencing this. This is not schizophrenia. This is not a mental illness. They can create symptoms that mimic mental illness, but it's not mental illness. It's not mental illness because if it was mental illness, I have a journal that I actually put receipts in. And it's like whenever I have to go to the store and buy something because they're harassing me or just in general, like I had to go buy milk the other day, but it's timestamped, so it lets you know, like, if I get off of work at 5:30 and I get all my dishes done by like 6, I should be leaving my house around 6, 6:15. But for whatever reason, I don't get to the store until midnight. That's because there's people in the hallway that I don't want to encounter. For example, Crystal Harris. I don't want to have anything to do with her. And she thinks that she owns the hallway is what it appears like. I've lived there way longer than she has. So I don't know where her entitlement to the entire hallway of the building comes from, but every time I leave my apartment, there comes an occasion where we have it's not a run in. Like I have planned things to do and then she shows up along my route. Very similar to the Louis Vuitton bag girl. Um, what is happening? People are asking what is happening. It's human trafficking is what is happening. I'm sitting in my car at almost 2 a.m. and I wanted to go inside at around 10. And I'm sitting here. Well, right now it's like an hour into me just making YouTube videos and documenting. Um, because it's designed to look inadmissible. So I have to elaborate that I'm not crazy before I get out of my car and they try to make me crazy because I really have no idea what I'm going to say or do when I encounter them. So right now, while I'm calm, before I start to encounter all of these random people who say shit to me, like the other day, it's not just the encounters, it's the shit that they say to me. So the other day, I think it was the night that the LAPD was there, or no, it was the night before the LAPD came, I think, 2 nights before, the night that I started my period. Um, I I think it was that night. I was sitting down and a man that presented as Hispanic, I don't know what, came up to me and said he was going to burn some shit down. Like it looked very much like he's an actor. And he was given lines to tell me. He said, "You," because I was on my karaoke microphone talking out loud about the abuse that I'm experiencing in front of my apartment building. And he walked up to me and he said, you're all loud. You like to something, something." And he like, it almost appeared as if he was gay or it was very scripted and he was told to act that way. I can't put my finger on it, but it wasn't enough to make me feel alarmed or threatened. It felt very much like these people are continuing to try to make me feel like I live in an unsafe place. Safety is an illusion. We're all going to die. I don't care. Like supposedly there's a dead body that was found in my building. It would be the second, like the first guy actually didn't die in the building, but pretty much he got carried out and then died. Um, so this would be the second dead body in the building since I've been here, and they didn't even pull the body out. They didn't pull the body out, and I was excited about it because when I was in high school, I wanted to be a forensic pathologist. So I had done the schoolwork for like my first year, second year. I was in algebra in in eighth grade, but I actually ended up having to retake it 3 times because of whatever. But when I think back and I go back and you think about the people and places and things that were in place, those classes were failed for a reason. I wonder if Mr. Barnett was my first algebra teacher because Mr. Saw failed me in my woodshop class, but it was because I slept every day. But then I start thinking, like, I used to carry a drink around with me, I think. Is it possible that somebody was spiking my drink so that I would just fall asleep in class and then I would get bad grades? Like, this is a really big conspiracy. As a GATE student and someone who has tested out with an IQ of 130, between 121 and 130, within the last couple of years, it's very hard for me to believe that um, whatever narrative it is that you're trying to make for me is what people would believe. Like, things don't add up. If you start fact checking, they don't add up. They want you to think that I'm a crackhead. I'm not a crackhead. I spend $1,000 a month on a car that I don't drive. I ride the bus because it's convenient and it's cheap and I don't want to pay for gas and I'm cheap. Um, That may be why you think I'm a crackhead. I don't see any reason to put $15,000 worth of implants in my mouth when I can spend $4,000 on a gold tooth, like some gold teeth, you know? There's a lot of things. I don't even want teeth because when I have teeth, I get more attention than I want. And then I have to deny people, right? Like I have to tell them, no, I don't want to talk to you, right? Then I have to lie, like about whatever situation, like I'm married, like shit like that. Like, why don't you accept no for an answer? Why do you not understand social cues? So I'm perfectly fine with having fucked up teeth because when I don't have fucked up teeth, men that I don't like approach me and I don't like that. So no teeth keeps superficial people away from you. Um, yeah, and they did that to make it so that I would like be isolated and not have any friends, and then they can portray this image that I'm a drug addict. They've had my death. They've tried to kill me, actually. I was laid out on the freeway by a man who hit my car. Not my car, my scooter. I was riding a scooter to work. And then he tried to get out and yell at me, like change the whole thing and make the people around me think that I was speeding and splitting lanes. I may have been splitting lanes, but it wasn't speeding and it wasn't unsafe driving. This man ran into me and then tried to blame me for existing. So it's definitely there's been many attempts that have been made at my life, and I'm just laughing at you as I watch you run yourself off the cliff. Um, so let's see. Let's see how it goes between here and my front door and how many crazy wackos I run into. They want to go viral and they want like fame and clout. Um, so I will keep posting their videos. I'll keep saying their names on here. I don't give a fuck. Leave me alone. You know what you're doing. You should stop. If you think you're going to get any more confessions out of me, any more negative energy out of me, you get sorrow. I feel sorry that your life is like, I feel sorry that you waited from 10 o'clock at night until 2 a.m. in the morning to see me in the hallway, right? Because for anybody I see in the hallway right now, you're going down in my mind, in my opinion, as the world's biggest loser because I definitely sat in my car with the hopes that you are sitting at the apartment waiting for me to walk in. I know that you know where my location is because I know that you're tracking me illegally, but I just think it's funny that you're so on edge with everything that I do. You guys, whoever out there is scared because they've done something horrible to me. The reason I'm being followed and watched and monitored so closely is because somebody out there has done something so horrible to me that they are afraid for their life if I were to ever find out or find them. That makes the most sense to me out of anything. So, I have no desire to hurt anybody, which is why I walk around as freely as I do. There's no desire for revenge. I have been wrongfully terminated from positions. They have played around with me, but at this time, I'm content. So I would like them to know that any more of their attempts to make me appear crazy, uh, they're going to continue to do the same things that they've been doing, and it's going to keep backfiring on you. Your network's going to continue to suffer. It's going to continue to go down. More of your pedophiles will be exposed until you guys are all taken out because the light will always win. The light's always going to win until the sun stops shining, and when the sun stops shining, we're all dead.